Hey, so let's talk about what an issue Fornever World brought up, which was basically Cartoon Network and how their shows have gotten, well, shitty and how disappointing it is. Now, I don't necessarily agree wholeheartedly with this point that their animated shows are subpar and horrible, but I will say that it's been kind of a tendency to. Now, I understand that maybe they're not aiming for my demographic, I get that. But what I will say is that before, I think that their shows had a wider demographic aiming radius, if you will. Bleach, for example, appeals to older people and, maybe not totally young people, but, once you get to tween market, you got fan base. Same with Naruto. Naruto, a lot of their fans were younger. Pokemon, a lot of their fans were younger, and it's got a really... people buy Pokemon games like fucking crazy. Ridiculous. I love Pokemon games as much as the next person, but it's crazy how we love our Pokemon games. Yu-Gi-Oh! They didn't have Yu-Gi-Oh! But the point is that a lot of their shows had kind of that fan base. It had something to build off of. There was a reason why they were there. You follow? Now they got a bunch of shows that they're kind of just aiming to hit something with. Like, almost all their they have all these shows that are kind of like Pokemon. They're kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, in the sense that you capture monsters, or you battle with these balls and shit, and that's kind of the concept of the show, and that you're trying to be better than everybody else. That's a great concept. Go for it, man. But what I'm saying is that these are subpar versions of it. They're not popular. They're boring. Nobody watches them. Most of them watch Pokemon if they're going to watch them. You follow? That's my complaint with that, is that I don't think it's working. If it was working, go for it. But I don't think it is. I think that the fan base is limited with that. They've also replaced or limited the amount of airtime for other shows that were considered more popular. Like they got rid of Naruto altogether. And if they had gotten Shippuden, I bet you it would have been a lot bigger if it was on Cartoon Network. Just because people have basic cable, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't have dishes or satellite. A lot of people do now, but not as many as you think. Same with One Piece, and even though they have Bleach, it's kind of like Bleach is on so late that it's not really going to develop a fan base of younger ages, and that's kind of my point, is that they're not really aiming to expand fan bases. They're just kind of trying to hold on to them too. They totally gotten rid of Yu Yu Hakusho, sorry. And they re-air the same shows over and over again too. That's the other key problem. Don't get me wrong, I love Cowboy Bebop or Depot. I heard somebody, I pronounce it Depot. Fuck you guys. Anyway, or Fooly Cooly. But fuck, if I see that fucking episode where he goes and plays baseball one more fucking time, I'm gonna kill somebody. That's kind of my point, is that they literally got rid of these shows that were, people loved, for a 6-part episode phenomenon that was great, but it's fucking 6 episodes. You've seen every episode 50 times if you haven't. I'm just saying it's saturated. Now, does that happen to all shows? Yeah, eventually. But I'm saying that that's not going to happen to Bleach for a long time, just because there's fucking 300 and there's like 300 episodes. That's my point. One Piece too. Tons of episodes. And they've kind of dropped off that. And they've replaced it with crappy shows with people. I'm just saying, Hole in the Wall is not a great show. Now, am I against them using people? No. You go for it, man. If you want to have a show with people in it, make it a drama, a comedy, whatever the fuck. I don't care, but make it good. And Hole in the Wall is not good. Nobody really watches Hole in the Wall because they want to. It's because nothing else is on, And I'm just saying that's not a hit. You're not going to be able to syndicate something like that. Nobody will watch that. It's a stupid game show too. It's not even good, I'm just saying, I understand the concept. It came from Japan. There was a Hole in the Wall series. It's an interesting concept, but I'm just saying that it's a flat show. How you're presenting it is flat. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, destroy, build, destroy. Dude, what would happen? Those two, not as bad. At least they've got something, they got concepts there. Do I think they're good? No, man, they're not good shows. I mean, even for the audience that you're aiming for, they're kind of like, I'll watch it one day, I won't watch it another kind of show. So they're not, you're going to watch every single episode so that you will fully understand it. You know what I'm saying? And frankly, I don't think they've got that wide of a fan base. I think if you look at the numbers, I think they'll show what I'm saying. Now, are they bad shows? No, man. I mean, I want to make that clear. I just think that they're inadequate for them to break this invisible law where, Cartoon Network was for cartoons only. It was exclusive. Now, why is this an issue? Well, I think a lot of people, look at Fornever World, man. Look at everybody else. There's a bunch of people that are pissed off about this. A lot of people that, had some connection, had put a lot of importance on the network. Now, maybe it was unfounded, obviously, but they put a lot of faith that this network would stick with this policy, and they just kind of dropped it for seemingly nothing. That's the upsetting part to me, is they dropped the whole concept for what? A hole in the wall, man. I'm just saying, that's a loser. That's a bad move, man. It's like if you're playing chess, you're gonna sacrifice a queen for a pawn. Why? Because you fucking are hungry. I don't know. It doesn't make any fucking sense. That's my point. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Now, how about their earlier or later lineups, real quick? They still have a few good shows. Robot Chicken, a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. They've got Family Guy. They got the other shows that are kind of they're Americanized, but they're good, and they've got that for Adult Swim. But I'm just saying, for the Cartoon Network, what is not Adult Swim, it's subpar. It's weak. It's nothing there. Nothing. Now I understand they're not aiming for my demographic, but all I'm saying is I don't think they're hitting any other demographic, man. At least not hard. I mean, I wish that they had something like a brand new Pokemon, just out of the park. But no, they don't. That's my point. That's all I'm saying. They need to find something that is at least a double, a single, something. I'm sorry I'm hammering this baseball analogy, man. But I'm just saying they're not getting any hits with these things, And they're gonna end up hurting, and that's what's upsetting to me, because I know when they get hurt because of this policy, they're going to take it out on Adult Swim. They're going to cancel, they'll shrink Adult Swim. They'll get rid of a few shows that they were going to get. Maybe they'll keep the shows that they have, but they're not going to get any more. And that means that there won't be any new anime on, Adult Swim, which will mean that it kind of hurts the whole industry. Anyway, those are my concerns. I thought that I should make a video because I thought that he brought up an interesting point. Definitely check out Fornever World, one word. He's got a number of other channels, like Mr. Fornever World, I think, is one of his channels. Check that one out too, if you have time. I mean, I'm not trying to force you. You do what the fuck you want. Anyway, subscribe, comment, rate. Have a great day. Bye.